Hey, what's up? What's up, Doom? How you doing, Jason? What's up, Fen? What's up, Shaft? How you doing, Dirk? We are currently waiting for a patch. Hey, what's up, Aya? We are currently waiting for a patch. I currently cannot log into the game. Hey, what's up, Garcia? Well, I can't get in. We're waiting for a patch. Waiting for a patch. That's why I was late to going live, because I was trying to, like, wait for the patch to go out so I didn't have to download it on stream. But, yeah. So what's the league starter idea? It's a bow called Ironbound. We're gonna be playing on a Warbringer for the lulz. What awful time for a patch? Yeah, no. I randomly scheduled my stream to go live right now, and they're patched. The patch update comes out today and then launches later. No, I don't even think this is like the patch for 0.5. This was like a different patch that was like updating the website and stuff. And anytime they update the database, I think they have to take down the game servers. So it's not like changing anything, you know? Nice. Nice, Mighty. I mean, you can never go wrong with a Witch Hunter build. Witch Hunter is the best of the best. It is the best of the best. If it weren't for me wanting to try out weird, goofy shit, I'd be on a Witch Hunter. Hey, what up, Jaboozy? Now that Gemling is getting an update to the quality of Gemsling, I wonder how Gunslinger with armor-piercing rounds will be on the Gemling. I mean, who knows, dude? There's so many options. Gemling's definitely my second character of the league, so we're definitely going to be doing some weird shit on it. Hey, what up, Shaft? It's also like a massive holiday. Oh, that's true, right. Yeah, I guess they probably don't do Memorial Day over there, so they probably didn't think about it, but yeah. I'm sure a lot of people are wanting to play right now. Yeah, I just, I didn't even realize there was a patch. Guys, when I saw the message about the skill tree on the website, same, Zank. I posted about it in 2 different Discords, and then it just updated it to, and it even has the new Ascendancies on it, like you said, but there's no data on them, so I was hoping to, like, just sit here on stream for an hour or two and mess with the new passive tree, but nope. It's good that the passive tree's on the PoE2 website now, don't get me wrong. That's really nice, but I was just like you. I thought it was going to be a 0.5 passive tree as well. I'm keeping my eye on if it gets patched, but if one of you is able to start downloading the patch, let me know. In case I miss it. How's everybody doing? What are your guys' plans for league start? It is confirmed that the Ironbound bow, we assumed it was, but it is confirmed that Ironbound is an Ezomite unique bow, so that's bad news for one reason. Like, it's good news and bad news for my build. The bad news is that the arrows piercing armor broken targets returning projectiles thing, if that's extractable, which I assume it is because it's listed as one of the Exile uniques, that makes the unique like Fub Gun tier in terms of like potential pricing. Like maybe he's like buying out a lot of them to try and capture the effect. We don't know how the capturing works. Is it choosing one of the mods, or is it choosing from between a pool of mods? We don't know. But the fact that it's an Ezomite unique means that, A, the bow can be used on basically rare bows now, if you build into it correctly, which could drive up the price of it. The good news is, since it can be captured by the Ezomite effect. If the adds physical damage for block chance mod is a part of the pool of stuff you can capture, and we can double dip that, that actually makes our bow extremely competitive in terms of damage. We do not have any idea what the pool of mods you can steal are, and we don't have an idea if we can double dip the mods yet. But, you know, it could be good news. We could, you know, just get a massive damage increase from it. Also could be bad news if we can't get that, and also the bow becomes expensive. But the good news is, for the first day or two, it should be cheap, just because no one's going to be doing that. Hey, what up, Karachi? This patch ends Fate of the Bow. Rest in peace. When I restart this client after we patch here in a minute, this last of the druids should be gone. Maybe. I really want to know what the quality changes are to the gemling skills. Yeah, me too, man. What do you think? Is there a way after certain skills that you can counter the market even if your prices for your specific build are expensive? You can craft much cheaper yourself. Well, the interesting is, like, crafting just got nerfed, so in general that changes stuff, but I mean, like, if something a part of your build, it becomes like a bottleneck in the economy, there's almost nothing you can do to avoid the price spiking. But usually price spikes are like temporary. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not super worried about it. So like, our bow technically gets a buff. Ironbound technically gets a buff when you take into account crafting got nerfed. It's going to be a lot harder to get like a Giga Perfect +5 projectile skills with like onslaught and gain damage and yada yada yada. Like, that's going to be way harder to achieve. So the longevity of our bow is better, which is nice. But again, there's so many unknowns with the rune capture effect that, you know, I can't like pivot now because of that, right? Like, and like, besides, anyway, if like I was concerned about like, oh, this is not going to be the best, but like I never thought at one point it was going to be the best bow build, right? I'm doing it because it's going to be fun to play a Warbringer with a bow, leveling with this bow, and we're going to push it as far as we can, right? I'm assuming we can. I'm assuming we can push it pretty far, but yeah, none of these are like worst case scenarios that make it to where we can't play the build. If the price of the bow goes up through the roof because FUB is trying to extract the effects we want on the bow, you should still be able to get a base one for pretty cheap, and they're probably not going to be targeting ones with like the high implicit rolls with corruption modifiers we're after. They're probably just going to be buying cheap base ones and then just trying to capture the effect baseline, so I'm not worried about it. That'd be tough, Bird, but would be cool. Still no patch notes. But yeah, there's just a lot of question marks right now around the new rune extraction system. But in the Discord, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about, since we have like a lot of stalling. I posted in the Ironbound channel in the Thorns Discord. A list of the uniques that we might want to capture. So we might as well just talk about that on stream right now. Okay, so this is the... I went through all of the Ezomite uniques that they listed in the patch today, and this is specifically for Ironbound. I didn't list every single unique that had a modifier or something that would technically benefit the build. My assumption is these are going to be limit 1 per character. So you're not going to be able to have, like, every single socket filled with something like this, right? So that's my assumption. So I picked only the uniques that have an effect that's so good that it would be worth investing in the 1 per slot. So my list, it is a Black Braid. Let's start with the defensive options. Black Braid has a huge amount of armor applies to Ellie. If you got that effect as a rune, that's just a massive defensive boon. If we're playing Evasion, we have Fox Shade. It gives you increased energy shield on full life. Brisk Grap was also an interesting defensive option for Evasion because it gave you a lot of deflection rating based off of your Evasion rating. Horns of Bindon was interesting because it gave you 1% increased armor per 1 rage, but none of, like, the bold ones are the ones that I see we're likely to use. If they're not bold, they're not going to be used, probably. Legion Stride has 10% the block chance. This makes it really easy to itemize or out of block if you just had this in your boot slot. Legion Stride is probably the most important defensive one we would take. More than likely, we're taking an offensive boost. But we're probably taking at least defensive ones too. Bushwhack would be interesting if we wanted to automate pin for frenzy charge generation, but I don't think we'll do that. If we're doing some form of life or mana stacker mom setup, a damage block recoup this mana could be interesting, so Alchem Era is there. Keeper of the Ark has 40% less damage from hits, and in general, I just see this being OP for a lot of builds, specifically Thorns. I don't think we'd use it in this build. Again, I don't think we're going to use any of the defensive options in this build, but offensive options, it's probably what we're going to use. Iron Grasp, you can get projectile damage per strength, and then spell damage per strength, which would be, both of those are good for, like, very specific builds, like Crown of Eye builds and stuff. Iron Grasp in general, you're going to see probably it being expensive to extract. You're going to see a lot of powerful strength stacking builds. But for Iron Grasp, it gives us increased projectile damage for strength. I don't think we're going to do that, but if we do end up strength stacking, it is an option. Bristlebore, if we just need a way to get rage, it gives you rage when you're hit by an enemy. Probably not worth doing. We have to check the math, but I forget the name of the gloves. I didn't write down the name of the gloves in this post. Shit. But it's the gloves that increase the base critical hit chance of your weapon to 7%. If you're able to get that for your bow, then maybe Ironbound might be more viable for a crit style. So the way that I don't know if it works is for Chernobog. From what I'm told, if you like extract an effect from a shield, you have to put that rune into a shield. So if that's the way it works, we can't use Chernobogs or any shield effect for the build. But if it doesn't work that way, Chernobog gives you 1% more, gain 1% of damage as 1% fire damage per block chance. So that could be 75% gain of fire with our build if we can use Chernobog, which would be a massive DPS increase. But for my people assume that you can't. Mjolnir, it's a mace. We don't know if we can use its effect in a bow, but if you can, it has an absurd amount of increased physical damage. I've talked about Ironbound. If we can double dip on the block physical damage stuff, it's going to be a really good damage bow. Quill Rain has increased attack speed and increased arrow speed. Both could be really awesome. And then Oro Vasara has gain added damage per enemy power, which could be an interesting damage increase. Of everything on the list, if I were to take a guess at what we're using, it's either going to be Ironbound's effect, double dipping on it, or Legion Stride's effect, just making it easier to hit block cap without having to invest into armor or block passives, block jewels. Maybe it gets us out of rear guard. But that was the list of the options, because we just got a patch notes that for the loot filter, and we got a list of every Ezomite and Kalguran unique we could extract in that loot filter. So I went through all the uniques and found where'd you post this list in the Discord? It's in the Ironbound Bowbringer chat in the Discord. If you go to build chat in the Discord, there's a channel under build chat for Ironbound Bowbringer. And I posted it in that channel. But yep. We'll have to see how it all plays out. Let me go back through chat. Sorry, guys. I was in the middle of a little ramble sesh. I just want the new tree release so I can plan my build. Same, Jaboozy. So I had to try those builds. Something new for me to try. I mean, there's so much new to try this patch. When can I play PS2? I don't know. I scheduled my stream for right now, and there's no patch. I can't play. How do I set up supporting fire on First Ascendancy? Can you give a TLDR? How do I use that? I mean, I have videos on my YouTube channel, nameless. I got like 2 or 3 videos on my YouTube channel that goes through supporting fire, that are like supporting fire guides. I recommend watching one of those. I go over everything, and you should be able to get an idea if it's something you want to play. I've at least started 2 private leagues with it. It's not crazy powerful, but it's fun and easy. Yeah, I mean, supporting fire is not like a good boss, or if you're looking to do everything at the highest difficulty, it's going to take currency, but it'll get you through, like, you know, 90% of the game really easy and chill. It's probably like a C+, B- tier build. If you invest a fuckload of currency into it, it'll pump, but like just like cheap, you know. How did you decide on what you're starting? Yeah, Ironbound Warbringer. Do we know if we can buy, sell those unique runes in the market? Oh, there's almost nothing in this game that is, like, bind on, like, account. Like, even, like, cosmetics are tradable. Even the rewards from, streaming, or not streaming, speedrunning. Like, the prizes, the cosmetic prizes for speedrunning. The winners of that stuff can trade those cosmetics. Like, there's almost nothing in this game that can't be traded, so... Appreciate you, DHRY. Is the game back yet? Let's see here. Well, obviously I'd have to restart. Nope. I still don't have a patch in Steam. If I missed your question, feel free to re-ask it. There was a lot of messages I missed. Hope GG figures out how to make skills from items being able to level up with gems. I mean, yeah. That's always been my biggest complaint with, like, skills attached to weapons. Aren't the extracted runes half power, or is that just speculation? I have not seen any confirmation on that, but I see a lot of people that think a lot of the runes are going to be at half or 25% power. I have not seen any confirmation on that. So if that's the case, that changes a lot of this anyways, but there's just so much, like, unknowns that it's like, whatever. Hey, I appreciate you, Blue Moon Fuzz. What are you league starting, man? Do you have a plan for your starter? How you doing, Celtic, by the way? Hope you're doing well, bro. Is it still maintenance? I'm an addict. I need to log in. Yeah, man. Still maintenance. Half power Ironbound on this track would still be good. I mean, we'd have to look at all of the ways we gain damage. If we're talking about, for us, the 75% block adding physical power damage, that would still probably be good, but would projectiles returning at like 50% chance instead of 100% chance on our bow still be good? Or 25% chance? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's going to be at reduced percent or not. I don't know why people assumed it was going to be at reduced percentages, but a lot of people do. I don't know if that's because there's like a similar thing in PoE 1, but are there any skills that are good with Ancestral Warrior Totem? Was thinking about trying it since they removed the lockout. I mean, this patch just like changes all of that, Strees, to where like if there wasn't, there could be now. But for me personally, I've never played Ancestral Warrior Totem, so that'd be something someone in chat would need to answer. Hey, what's up, Fast Oil? How you doing, man? I mean, yeah, there's so many questions. I mean, we don't have the passive tree. The passive tree changes so much. We don't know the impact of the leech changes as well. Like, whew. Do you think Disciple survived the ES nerf? Yeah. I mean, I'm not an ES main. So I can't say, like, for sure. But I assume ES is still really stupid good. So you can trade cosmetics? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, there's 25 weapon swap points on the website Passive Tree, and we saw that in the reveal stream as well. Still no patch. Waiting for a patch, and then we're gonna be playing the character I leveled yesterday. Get deeper into the campaign. What's so special about this Ironbound bow thing that everyone's talking about? Will it work with bosses with snipe? Yeah, we'll work with snipe. What's so special about it? I mean, I wouldn't call it necessarily special. I assume it's not going to be meta to the point that it's going to break the game. I think it's just going to be fun. You know, it's going to be a cool... Like, off-meta stuff is very rarely broken. That's why it's off-meta, right? If it was, like, OP, easy to do, it would be meta. So it's probably not going to be comparable to your average bow build, but it's new, it's different, and the return mechanic is going to be flashy. And it has the potential to be very good. There's the potential there. Falcon says it will 2x your entire damage. You think he's right? Yeah. Yep. It's a very good effect. It's from PoE 1. It's a PoE 1 effect, so... Is Spiral Volley the main clearing skill? Either that or Ice Shot. But my hope is Spiral Volley. What would you say is the good weapon swap thing for Bowbringer? It'd be like mobility stuff. Like, in Weapon Set 1, where, like, let's say Weapon Set 1 Spiral Volley, you would have, like, the, mobility stuff on it. Like, anything that's, like, movement speed penalty, armor, move speed reduction stuff. Like, anything like that would be the, clearing skill for, like, Spiral Volley, Ice Shot. And then Weapon Set 2 would be, for bossing. So, anything that just makes us kill bosses faster. Is the path tree they added to the PoE website or just the current one? It's just the current one. They reworked, like, all the leech stuff. So, like, fast metabolism doesn't work the way it does in the new patch. So if you just, like, look at the tree, go immediately to fast metabolism, mouse over it, you'll see it's the current fast metabolism still. But yeah, same blue. Like, Flame Blast, I'm going to be making a Flame Blast build, for sure. I'm almost confident I'm going to make a good Flame Blast build. I guess you can apply some of the Doomfledge build knowledge in here? Yes. For sure, Aya. Absolutely. Did you go through the loot filter stuff? I did, yes. That's where I got this screenshot from, like, all the Ezomite uniques to figure out which ones we might want to use for the build. Hi, a Steam update is out. Let me see if it's ready for me. I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. What League mechanic you aiming for first? I really don't know. It's probably going to be, like, obviously, you're going to go for the main Atlas points first. They even talked about that in the DM Ghazi interview. After that, I don't know. They all seem so good. Like, Ritual has, Ritual has, like, Mage Blood. Breach has so much good stuff. But Expedition's like the new League mechanic with all the rune stuff. Delirium has so much goodies. Like, I literally do not know which one I'm doing first. If I had to guess, like, despite hating Expedition, I'd probably do Expedition first, just because it's the main core mechanic and I want to get the stuff. But, yeah, I'm not sure. Any look good for supporting fire? I did not look through them for supporting fire yet. Oh, Trench Timbre. Trench Timbre was on the list. So if you can get the minion skills from that, that's probably good to, like, steal and put inside Chober Chabber. I'm downloading the patch right now, guys. Alright, we'll get to playing soon. But what about you guys? What are you guys thinking about for the patch? A, do you know what your league starting? And B, do you know what league mechanic you're wanting to do first? Do you, like, give me both. I want to know what your league starting and what league mechanic you're gonna do first. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, so be right back. Still downloading. Spirit Walker Zoo build and probably Sail the Ocean. If I'm going to talk about the Ironbound build or moving it or whatever for other characters, yep. Definitely going to be a thing. We've been talking about that since we saw Ironbound, like, and we've been, like, planning our build around it. Like, one of the things we've been, like, is it an Ezomite, and will Fub go after it? And I'm not surprised because it's a really fucking good effect. If you can put that in a rare bow, and it's 100% power. GGG now change the tree? No way. That smells like bait. Yeah, it still looks the same to me. Yeah, it's still the same tree. It's still the same tree. Nothing's changed. Yeah, this is the same tree we have now. They just added it to the website. Nice. A lot of people want to play Supporting Fire. It's a cool skill. Bro, I can't enter. I'm downloading the patch right now. I can hopefully enter after it's done downloading. But yeah, there's a very specific... I mean, I don't want to spoil the Flame Blast build I have in mind, but I do. There is a Flame Blast build I very much want to do. I think it's just a database update. It's like not a real patch. You know, nothing's changing in the game. There's no new passive trees right now as far as we know. It's not updated on their website at least. Yeah, new league means new characters. If you're playing in the new league on start, you will start a brand new character. Where do you see the new flute filter? I just got home. I don't remember. It was in one of the posts GGG pinged out about. Aren't they taking away a temple for a couple days? Well, the Temple League is going, like, Temple League is ending, yes, but it's going into Standard. It's merging into Standard. So all of your current characters, when I log in right now, there shouldn't be Fate of the Vow anymore. All my characters should be in Standard. So Fate of the Vow is just over, and now we're waiting for the new league. Now we're waiting for the new league. I'm at 91%. Hey, what's up, Redneck? How you doing? We're probably going to continue from where we left off last night. I think I'll someplace in Act 2. You're going to start Supporting Fire? Nice. Good luck. Good luck. I hope Supporting Fire isn't super expensive. You never know with the state of minions going into this patch if minion gear is just going to be costly as fuck. We'll have to see. Minion stuff is already kind of like expensive to min-max, and now we're getting all these minion changes and buffs, so it might be even worse. It says I'm not updated still. What do you mean? What makes Witch Hunter my favorite? Well, it started out like I played the bottom side of the tree, and the bottom side of the tree initially struggled with chaos stuff. So like Sorcery Ward, is just a good. I'm starting a new patch download now, so maybe that fixes it. Yeah, Sorcery Ward is a good answer to chaos on the bottom side of the tree. Zealous Inquisition was actually like what made the only viable Thorns build in 0.1 work was a Thorns Witch Hunter because it could map with Zealous Inquisition. Personally, I really like the Culling Strike as an archetype, so I've done like 2 or 3 Culling Strike builds on Witch Hunters, so that's always fun. But for the thing I love the most about it is the 124 weapon set passives. Right now it's a little bit limited, but there's a lot of really cool things you can do with it. And, yeah. I really like Witch Hunter. I want to push Supporting Fire really far with all the new minion stuff. Keep me updated on how you go. Like, I might level it second. Like, if people are... see, my concern is, because I'm not league starting it, like, day 3 or 4, I'm just going to get people like... I'm struggling with Supporting Fire, the damage is like, I can barely do tier 1 bosses, like, we're not scaling, and like, I'm gonna, like, have to go play it and try and, like, solve the problems. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think it's just gonna require minion skills and minion damage to scale up. And there's probably plenty of other people that are gonna be playing it that you can follow, but yeah, keep me updated on how it goes for you. I assume you're going to be able to, be fine and scale it high enough. There's so much new minion damage stuff, like just add anything that says minion damage and then stack strength and boom, 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 easy peasy. So it should be good. I think Eaters are eating good this patch, man. Yeah, I think so too. That's why, like, I think Supporting Fire is like, Supporting Fire is already a build I've played on multiple private league starts and in solo self-found and on hardcore. And I've cleared everything. It doesn't have, like, if you're looking for 5-second boss kills, it doesn't have that at the highest level. But it gets, like, minute boss kills, and if you're okay with that, Supporting Fire is going to be amazing for you. But it's definitely not like, you know, a FUB S tier build. I would put it B tier, probably. Maybe C tier. But it's cozy. It's super cozy. If you're not somebody who's like, you know, the Giga Juicer Blaster that like has to go 1 billion miles per hour, it's fun and it's cozy. I would say, I wouldn't say it's like the noob build, but I want to put like the noob build title on it. Like there's a lot of fun flair you can do with it, especially with the minion micro when you start using Poison Arrow. But yeah. I mean, you can use a Chober Chabber and Supporting Fire, but yeah, a true Chober Chabber build would be cool too. How would you break armor to take advantage of Ironbound bro mod as a Deadeye eye shot when bodying? Well, it's like one of the benefits of Warbringer, and why I'm doing it on a Warbringer is Warbringer has imploding impacts that makes all damage types benefit from armor break. So that enables you to use something like Ice Shot as a bosser deep into late game. And then you can scale into increased effect of fully broken armor and whatnot, right? So... I mean, if Deadeye is using the return effect, I mean, you're either finding some way to automate the armor break, and then you're just using the return projectiles to just double the damage of the return projectiles and not benefiting from the actual armor broken effect. Or you're using Spiral Volley and Snipe, which benefit from fully broken armor because they're physical skills. But if you're wanting to specifically use Eye Shot, it's not like it's a net gain of 0. You're still getting the damage from the return. It's just you're not getting any damage effect from fully broken armor. But yes, Warbringer, like, there's a lot. That's one of the reasons why we're playing Warbringer, you know? Well, you do have to clarify, you know, that's definitely not, that's not as meant as an insult, but there are some people, like, when they're looking for a build and they ask you, is this good enough for endgame? What they ask for is something that's, like, you know, fast, one-shots, or, you know, clears bosses in a couple seconds, makes good currency, can probably afford high rarity, or whatever farm setups you're wanting to do. And supporting fire probably isn't that at the highest level. But maybe in this patch it is. How good is armor break in general? It's okay. I mean, it's more extra damage. It's good. The way I think the formula works is armor break is better versus enemies that have higher armor than lower. So, like, if it's a boss that has, like, low base inherent armor, armor break is not as good versus, like, a boss that has high armor. And I think someone told me that it's actually beneficial to, if you're playing an armor break build, if you have enemies with, if you have the map mod that increases the armor of enemies, you can actually increase your damage in specific setups. I don't know how true that is. I've never done it myself, but yeah. I tried the support fire setup in solo Self-Found and finished Act 1 to endgame in like 5 hours. I have luck with the gear and equipment. Yeah, I mean, if you get good minion skills, it helps. Like, supporting fire, if you have, like, twink gear for it, like a lot of really good strength stacking stuff and then minion skill stuffs, it's an insane leveler. But, like, even in solo Self-Found, like, it's surprisingly good. So if you're playing Trade League, I assume supporting fire is gonna be fine. What do you think of the tavern talk? I thought it was great. Okay, we might be good to play now. I thought that was probably the best developer interview we've had yet. I don't think I've liked, and that's no disrespect to anyone that's done interviews before that. I think DM and Gazzy, it still says I can't play. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? I think DM and Gazzy asked really good questions, and I'm downloading another patch. Okay, I'm downloading another one, guys. Sorry. I think DM and Gazzy asked really good questions, and they just let them talk. And it's not like that anyone else hasn't set that up in that way, but it just, like, it was really just, like, DM and Gazzy were barely involved in it, but they were involved almost, like, the perfect amount, and they just let the developers just fucking yap. And at least for what I want to hear, like, I just want to hear Mark and Jonathan just talk about shit. And they talked for 2.5 hours. Like, I absolutely loved that interview. Like, I genuinely think it was probably my favorite developer interview so far. I have no idea on that one, Blue Moon. I like listening to the mindset behind their decisions. Same. I could listen to them talk for freaking ever. I love them so much. You think it's patch looping? That's the vibe I just got like 2 seconds ago, Steez, when I just started re-downloading this. I might need, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna try restarting Steam to get in. And see if that fixes it. But yeah, I mean, I love Mark and Jonathan. I am a big fan of them. When Jonathan coming on the pod, bro, I mean, I have sent them many emails requesting interviews. But I mean, look how many people got interviews this patch, you know? Like 2 to 3 people, right? Like every patch is 2 to 3 people, and like I'm sure there's a billion people asking for updates every single patch, or interviews every single patch. So I'm sure we'll get one day, but what playlist you listen to? It's like some lo-fi StarCraft mix. I think that's the link. Nice black window. I mean, we're waiting. The game's patching, you know. I mean, there's so much cool stuff in this patch, though. Like, I can't believe we're getting 2 to 3 content wipes. Well, I downloaded a patch my first time, but then the second 2 times I've done an update, it was validating. At some point, I'll get to play this damn game, boys. Right now, it's saying I gotta wait for it to finish doing what it's doing. I don't have my you guys don't see my Steam. It is... I am downloading stuff right now. I'm not just sitting here. Yeah, or something, Steez. Is anybody actually in? You got into SSF Standard? Okay, some people are in. Why is no one mentioning grenade launcher? They look so cool. I mean, one, it's like an endgame unique. So it's not like you can level with it. So that's why, like, a lot of people aren't talking about it right now. Leveling without a league, like, it's hard to play, like, on League Start if it's not, like, something you can level. But B, like, I mean, I'm sure there's some people that are hyped about it. I'm not a grenade guy, so I'm not hyped about it. I don't really like grenades. Got it in the second time? Alright. So standard is the only thing that exists for now? Yep, until the patch. This is normal. This is normal. If you're new to PoE 2, or PoE, when the league ends, it merges into standard, and they always end the league a few days before the next league starts. So all your characters at the end of the league will migrate to standard. And then when the new league starts, you'll create characters in the new league, and like that's what makes it a fresh economy every time, you know. What's your thoughts on the crafting changes? Well, I'm actually more like, I'm excited to talk about it on the podcast this week. I am not much of a crafter. I am a big trade Andy. To me, I like the crafting changes because it makes more uniques viable. You know, if rares on average are worse, it means uniques on average are slightly better, or will last at least slightly longer. But I have no idea, like, I can't break down, like, my complex thoughts. I heard Rabbit talk about it earlier. He's my go-to crafting guy. He thinks it's good for the game. But he'll have to, like, he's, like, it all comes down to if the new Expedition rune crafting comes with, like, a lot of new stuff. But he thinks he likes it. So, but, you know, I'm not a big crafting Andy. Alright, hopefully I get in this time. We're probably going to continue the run we did yesterday, at least through Act 3, and then we might do a fresh run again. I'm not sure. Yes, every time, like, I mean, every time there's the standard merge, you gotta deal with all the tabs. Alright, my validation is almost done, boys. Okay, let's see if I'm in this time. Correct. Nothing about your damage matters for supporting fire. What is this? Cache cleanup in progress. This might take a while. Son of a bitch. Yeah, for supporting fire, you only care about minion damage and strength. Stuff that increases your damage does not increase minion damage. It basically has to say something specifically related to supporting fire. Correct. Jack of all trades would not matter. I am 99% sure on that. Yes. Nothing along those lines. It, like, literally needs to be, like, minion command skills. Minion damage, right? Like, or minion skills, and then specifically strength. Because strength, and only specifically your strength, like, if there's, like, something else that's like, you gain X amount of stuff per your strength, that wouldn't apply to supporting fire. It would just be, like, your flat strength. I guess something in the patch fucked with my graphics. I'm getting long load screens. Got your first arc kill today? Hell yeah, grass elusive. I love that fight. I'm lost. I don't find any build to start in 0.5, but I've seen your video about Warrior with a Bow. Could be fun. It could be bait, though. You never know with new stuff on a league start. New stuff on a league start can very often be bait. Just because, like, there could be bugs, there could be curveballs with the scaling. You know, who fucking knows? Holy load screen, Batman. Wonder what happened to my graphics. I think it'll be fun, though. I think it's going to work out. You know, I wouldn't be doing it if I thought it was going to be bad. You can also check out my supporting fire tactician build. It might be a fun league starter. Alright, I have no idea where I'm at. So I've got this bow. It's kind of shit. No projectile skills. Got okay gloves.
My wares are renowned.
We're out of gold. Oh, we merged. Oh. That made me lose all my gold?
Take care.
Merging into standard made me lose all my gold? I have no gold. Figured it would have brought my gold over. Maybe we start a fresh run if my gold's borked. I mean, we could just continue from here. I kind of just want to start a fresh run, though. Should I start a fresh run because we lost our gold? No, gold sucks in solo self-found. I can't change passives. I can't buy gold. Let me go see if my standard, or my, I had no characters in standard. I always wipe my account at the start of each league to just clear all the characters out. So I had no characters in standard. I had like 300 million gold. So let's see how much gold I have in the main league now. Damn, I'm getting log load screens. Something in this patch fucked with my load screens. I had like 300 million gold. Let's see. So if I have, see if I have my main league gold at least.
Good news.
I lost all my gold. None of my gold transferred from Fate of the Vow to standard. I had like 300 million gold. So this is, like, I don't know what this gold's from. But I had like 300 million gold in Fate of the Vow. And it's like all gone. Which I don't give a fuck about. I don't care. I'm not gonna play any of these characters. I'm gonna delete them all by a 0.5 launch. Probably in the morning at 0.5. But I had a fuckload of gold. I don't know where my gold went. Okay, I think that's fine. What's the character limit? I don't know. I just delete them all because... I'm gonna do a new character. We're gonna do a new character. Wait, can I wipe my stats of self-found though? Like, yeah, should migrate on the standard. Yeah. Delete Bowbringer. We'll start. Okay. Here's my hardcore supporting fire character, though. Oh, it looks like I got rid of some of his gear. He's still alive, though, at level 90. Is it me or is the stream lag sometimes? I'm not seeing any drop frames on my end. Yeah, I'm not seeing any drop frames on my end. I mean, I'll probably keep 1 or 2 characters in standard this time because I actually have a few I'm worth keeping and testing with. But in general, I don't care about standard. But the main reason I wipe for now is apparently, and this could not be the case, but from what I understand is the early access like stuff, when it's all done, is going to be its own separate snapshot of characters. So like when we get 1.0, there's a new standard. So like they're not going to merge early access standard into the new standard. So like all of this stuff won't be usable in the main standard. So like that is my understanding. So like I don't know if that's true. That's what I've heard though, but that's partly why I also don't care. There's someone that cares about standard. There are very few people that main standard. Will Fate of the Vow be available in standard right now, or do we have to wait for Friday? That is a good question. We'll find out in this run. There might not be any Vow temples in any of the campaign, and this might actually be like a currency-starved solo self-found test because we have no more temples. Did you see the updated? Yeah, I saw about the flask. We can't use the wastegate cheese anymore, or whatever it was. The flask cheeses, yep. That's a good, I mean, that's a bug that's needed to be fixed for a while. All right, be right back real quick, guys, and then we're going to do a solo self-found run, and yeah, we'll get more tests. We'll get more practice. We're back. All right, let's see. Well, first we just got to mule over. Okay, then practice right now will be like currency starved and compared to normal. Hey, thanks, Dadbod. Hell yeah. Yeah, I dug through them earlier and I made a list for Ironbound, but that's super helpful. Will you be playing Trade League? Yeah, I'm a Trade Andy. I am a Trade Andy. Yeah, sorry, Shaft.
This is like no sickness I've ever seen. Let's track down this Miller. Another string to my bow.
But no, like a lot of my build, I do weird shit that's like, I like playing with the uniques and stuff. I don't mind solo self-found in hardcore, but my main league will probably, for at least the foreseeable future, be trade and until the game's more stable, you know. Like, I could see, you know, a lot of, like, the veterans of PoE 1, they prefer solo self-found and stuff because they've played, you know, trade league for 10 years, and they, you know, at that point it becomes like a challenge and more enjoyable for them. But for me, there's still so much I want to mess around with and play that, yeah, I like trade league.
Man or beast, they die the same.
Delton, please come inside.
All right, easy mule.
Red Vice. There's a beast in particular. If you could channel your violence against this devourer, as Finn calls it.
Tools of the forge turned tools of war. These are dangerous times.
Okay, bow time, or warrior time. Another practice run.
Have to keep moving. You're the first ones. You're alive. I'm glad. I would appreciate it if you could.
Most of the time I skip going inside the temple, but the upside temple rewards are always pretty good. So missing out on those is going to be a little bit bleh.
Clearfell could be in danger.
So there might not be much practice we can actually get the next few days, because that early currency is going to be important for solo self-found, but we'll still be able to get practice for like the first 3 acts at least.
Just what I need.
And again, I'm still not worried about trading for Ironbound. Just gonna have it on a live search. We'll get it.
Brannock, is that you? I'm sorry, Brannock.
No bow start. Give me damage? No damage.
Where it's because now if you could channel your violence against this devourer, as Finn calls it. Till next time.
The Count must die for what he has done to us.
Well, I fear that I like to hold another for my collection. Thank you. Stay safe, if you can.
I wonder if we're gonna see a real Chober Chabber build this league. Like, not one like my supporting fire build where you're just using it for the stats. actually using the mace to deal damage. Which maybe you could do in the Chober or in the supporting fire build. I don't know, there's so many builds I want to play. How long do you think until the first reset? Oh no, I got froze. What tweet did Fubgun make? Did he make a new one, like, recently? If he's not league starting specifically the Warbringer variant, I think we're fine. If he's like, okay, I'm definitely playing Warbringer for all these reasons, then, you know, maybe we all reroll. Maybe we all reroll then. But otherwise, we're probably fine. Because if he's trying to capture the effect of it, it'll be like 2 to 3 days before, like, they're all trying to buy him out. But if he actually goes Warbringer and, like, the Warbringer variant, then, you know, that changes things. Do we already have the new layouts? Look at how easy this was to navigate. Everything's like right here in this circle. I don't think I've ever seen a layout like this, but maybe this is just like... one I don't recognize. But I usually don't like hit all 3 of these that smoothly. Gotcha, Rabbit.
This lair, how deep does it go?
Oh yeah, I mean, but we've known that for a while though. So we've all yeah. So the Thorns Discord has assumed it was Ezomite for a while based off the Thorns, the lore text on it. So we've known it's going to be extractable. There's a few things though. Is it extractable at 100%? So is it a 100% chance to return on piercing armor break? Or is it going to be a reduced effect? If it's reduced effect, that makes it less valuable for other builds. But even if Fub is trying to extract it, as long as he's not trying to use the bow from level 1 or level 11, I think we're fine. But if he's actually league starting the bow, then there's going to be a bunch of other people wanting to buy it, and that'll make it, you know, much more expensive. But if he's just extracting the effect, I don't think it's going to impact our build. He's probably going like EV or EV Evasion, Energy Shield. You know, we're going armor stacking with block. You know, we're using rear guard as a quiver. You know, if he's just extracting the effect, then, you know, we have at least 2 to 3 days before most people are trying to buy it to extract it. So, launch will be safe. I ain't worried about it. But if he's like, I'm playing Warbringer variant, then you know, maybe we league start something else. I doubt it, though. Got no mana. And ran out of flash, so I had to focus there for a second.
A horrific task, but to protect Clearfell.
But yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what happens. I'm not worried about it.
Now this.
Yet.
If you find
That could change.
Yes? Hello. I like to hold on to bits and pieces. Any that catch your eye? Oh, I like this one.
How can I help? Take a look.
But also, just know,
Stick to the cards.
we were onto it first. And everyone knows that's what matters the most. Nothing else was more important. We thought it was cool before FUB. But no, I don't think it's a problem. I genuinely don't think. I mean, like, so there are situations, right, where low-level uniques get expensive, right? Wasn't at some point throughout the league Plague Fingers just a divine per? So, like, Plague Fingers are an example of a low-level unique that FUB Gun has turned into something that's super expensive. So, is there a possibility that Ironbound is, like, a divine at some point in the league? For sure. But day 1 or 2... I think that's gonna be fine.
It's been many years. Does the witch still live here?
Moxie viewing your theory crap because he's doing that bow with Monk. That's cool. Which Monk Ascendancy is he doing it on? We want to get Moxie on the podcast at some point. I don't know if he'd be down for that, but Moxie seems really cool. No, it's just a psychological Thee-bird. It's just the, like, counteract, like, GGG, like, they literally said the reasoning behind the divine increase in Tink was stupid, and it's like, it's not stupid, but it's gonna sound stupid. Their logic is, people were going to got, like, almost divine fatigue, because they were dropping so much in this patch. And if in this patch, they didn't see divines at all, they're gonna be like, what the hell, this feels like shit. So it's like, it's purely a psychological change. Will the amount of divines that are dropping influence the economy to the point where you're able to afford more stuff or afford less stuff? No. It is going to be... Everyone is getting the exact same amount of divines. And it's not going to lead to a temple scenario for sure. But, like, they literally... Basically what they were saying in that was... In the interview with DM and Gazzy was... It was changed because we don't want people to, like... have that psychological loss. Oh yeah, that could be cool. Martial arts could be slick for sure. Well, if that's like, again, the price of the bow can certainly go up to where we can't, like, it's difficult to league start it. If there's a bunch of content creators besides me league starting it. Like I've been saying this entire time, me league starting it is not enough to make it expensive. I don't have that level of impact on the economy. And I don't think me and Moxie, the two of us, is enough to make it expensive on League Start. But if me, Moxie, and Fub, I mean, just Fub on his own, if he's League starting the bow, don't know if he is. But if he is League starting the bow, that's a problem. But it would take more than me and Moxie to make it like a one divine bow on launch. I could be wrong, though. I think that's what their plans were with the, with how they split up the league mechanics. Is to make it to where, like, there's more things that's farmed besides raw currency. But yeah, that little theory craft that was posted to Reddit, like, that was just, like, the overview of it. Like, we have a lot more details in the Thorn Discords, like path of buildings, like, projections on what the mass of these things can be and stuff in the Thorns Discord. So we have a lot more info in there. But for my Reddit videos, I usually try and, like, do a 2-minute video that's, like, highlights all the key points. Because, like, you don't have, like, you know, you can't make it a 10-minute video you're posting to Reddit, right, you know? I actually did that, and I didn't mean to.
There'll be no passage here.
But no, like,
These were not my ancestors, but I still respect their valor.
Sorry, I was responding on Discord to somebody. Alright, we gotta get our short bow. What epics am I looking for on spellcasters on rings? I'm a noob, more than Cal. More of a noob than Cal. For caster rings, I mean, it just depends. You have, like, increased elemental damage, so if you're doing a fire build, you have, like, increased fire damage. With caster builds, a lot of the time, like, it depends on how much mana you want. Like, are you using Archmage? If so, you're probably mana stacking, right? So you want mana. Sorry, I got distracted by Discord there. Short bow.
My satchel is full.
Yay, it's here. Deck sucks. Physical damage is good. We take that. Hey, what's up, Protac? How you doing, bro? You might be thinking starting tight after all. It's funny, like, there are a lot of people who are, like, really excited for martial artists to the point that they're saying stuff like, I think the Way of the Fist or whatever, the Glove Ascendancy node, is the new best Ascendancy node in the game. It's like, y'all motherfuckers, y'all forget Titan is the best Ascendancy in the game. Like, if we had no new shit added,
Who is that?
and it was just about min-maxing builds, Titan is like it, man. So, like, no matter what you end up playing, Protag on start, someone like you is going to be able to abuse the fuck out of Titan. I just think everyone's always chasing the new thing that gets added. Yes, very much so recency bias. But, like, when things settle and the dust sets, like, Titan is going to be a top 5 Ascendancy. But Hulking Form is hands down the best Ascendancy node in the game. It doesn't matter what build you're playing, there's something a Hulking Form enables for it. I mean, I get it. We're chasing the newest stuff. Titan is unchanged and going to be unchanged because it doesn't need buffs or changes. It's like just fucking good from the moment it released, right?
Fear will vex you.
I mean, I need a full list of the gloves, Protag, to get more hyped about the gloves, personally. But I'm sure it's cool, but I feel like most gloves are going to be bait. Like, to me, what's more exciting is just the fact that there's all the low-level uniques you can upgrade to high-level. I think that's going to be more, like, off-meta changing than anything else. Like, there's probably 30 unique weapons that we're all sleeping on how they might work in endgame, right? Like, I might be doing a real Chober Chaver build. Like, those changes are more exciting to me than a lot of this stuff right now.
There is nothing left to defend.
Anyone have a link to the Bowbringer Discord? It's the Thorns Discord. And we have the Thorns Discord is basically an off-meta Discord at this point. I basically just, on the podcast, I call it an off-meta Discord at this point. But if you join that Discord, in it is a builds channel, and under it is a thread for this build.
Our spirit. Oh, who knows what prizes await? Not bad.
And I'm excited for League Start as well. Colossal capacity is the... I mean, the purse is really good. People underestimate the power of the, the purse. Call it prison pocket? No, I always put important shit in it I don't forget about. Or like currency I'm using to like craft and maps and stuff. I love the purse. But I'm also someone that likes life stacking, and then but like hulking form is just so build enabling. I love Titan.
Stay safe.
Hey, what's up, Real Cage? How you doing, man?
If the face. The old magic still thrive. The way's open. Please, hurry.
For a moment, everything felt alive.
Yep, we are all in wait mode right now. Soon, though. I really, like, the thing that at this point that I'm just hopeful for is we get the patch notes more than, like, a few hours before launch. Nice, Real Cage. You excited for your start? When she is singing, you can interact with the waypoint and just skip it? Oh, good to know. Thanks. Oh no, sprint stun myself. Such a noob. There's no real patch notes. I meant passive tree. If I said patch notes, I meant passive tree. I want the passive tree before launch. That's really the last thing we're missing. But per usual, we're probably not getting it early.
My venomous! Is that the wandering druid? I need more time. How many more will I have to kill before this is through?
A few. When will 0.5 go live? There's a countdown on their website and when you log in. It's in like 2-3 days, something like that. It's Friday at like 3 p.m. my time, I think. What's today? Monday? So a little over 3 days. Oh, guess we needed to go down. Yeah, I love doing Wing Blast tech.
Face me.
Why not piercing shot? Piercing shot? What is piercing shot? Are you just suggesting random stuff without knowing what build I'm playing in League starting? So what's this patch all about? This patch was updating their database, I think, and like anytime they do that, they have to bring down the main servers.
This request.
I'm also definitely feeling the loss of currency from not having the temples to kill. You know, that's a lot of alterations, transmutes. I actually have no idea about group play. I've never played group play before, Christoph, so I have no idea what the meta around group play is. I don't know if you guys are trying to make an actual group engine where like someone's the support, someone's, if no one cares about that, you're not trying to min-max your group. Just play where the fuck you want.
Feel my wrath. I'm not ready. I need more time.
Yeah, it's definitely poverty practice right now. I mean, we don't have Ironbound. We're not going to have the automation of the armor break or the pierce early on at all. But regardless, I'm playing the setup that speedrunners play. So I'm not saying your setup feels bad, but is like putting pierce on lightning arrow going to be the best? Like, if putting pierce on the lightning arrow was the best way to play
Beloved,
bow builds, then you'd be seeing
rest well.
speedrunners do it, and that's not what they do. So I'm not saying what you're doing is bad, but putting pierce onto lightning arrow doesn't help me right this second. It's not, like, beneficial in the now, if that makes sense. But I don't think it's just inherently better than what I'm currently doing, because if that was the case,
This place.
speedrunners do what's best, generally speaking. It doesn't pierce at this level, do nothing. Like, you'd make you do less damage.
Feel my wrath.
Armor-piercing rounds? Well, I'm not playing a crossbow build. I've done armor-piercing rounds before, but Ironbound's a bow. You can't use armor-piercing rounds with a bow. The crossbow skill. That's a ledge I can't get up. So that wouldn't work. You know, I'm playing a bow build. Gotta use bows. Or what we're using as a bow, you know? Are you still playing with Lightning Arrow with the nerfs? Yes. It's still the best leveling till level 31. Poison Burst Arrow kind of sucks. And it can't pierce, so... It doesn't have any value with Ironbound. Also, the Lightning Arrow nerfs are a little, over-dramatized. They aren't that bad. But, we're not using Lightning Arrow in endgame. But leveling, we're going to be using it. Yeah, I mean, if armor-piercing rounds was a bow skill, that would be sick as fuck with Ironbound. But Ironbound's a bow, so...
Your soul will be quite the trophy, Karui. Rend your soul. I need more time. The spirit's hunger. Cut down. I'm not ready. Cut down. Rend your soul. These spirits are mine. I can't yet. I need more time. Stop me. Your name has long been maligned in Ogem Draven. This was my pleasure.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to get armor break. You know, in my mobilytics, I do have armor-piercing rounds on weapon set 2 to get early armor break up, but you can't use the bow with armor-piercing rounds. It's not like you're going to be able to shoot that with the bow and then get the returning armor-piercing rounds. But there's like a billion ways to get armor break in this game until we get the Warbringer skill. Yeah, I don't understand the question you're asking, Mr. Reckon, sorry. I don't know what you mean by minion count on screen. Oh, I had found it already. Hey, what's up, Angry Beard? I'm doing good, bro. How are you? Yeah, I can't wait to play.
I will put the Eternals
I
back
cannot
in their
wait to
graves.
play.
I'm not ready.
I've no more room. Fear will best you.
I don't know, it's either a visual bug or I'm not sure. Mr. Recon. It's either something I've never noticed. You can go look through my footage and see if it happens for me. Either a visual bug or something. Not sure. I'm not even sure what you're talking about, so I am not of much help. But even if you were to like be like, hey, I'm talking about this, like if it's happening to me too, it's not like I'd be able to tell you the solution to what's happening, so. Sounds like you're describing a visual bug to me, though. I would maybe put a bug report in. But, yeah. You'd have to, like, join the Thorns Discord and show me a video of what you're talking about. But, yeah. I wouldn't be able to, like, give you the solution if you're seeing the same thing happen in my videos, so. You might need to go... You might want to go ask, like, a minion main, because I don't normally play minion video builds. This might be, like, something that's consistent with, like, minion builds that is just, like, a thing. But, yeah, I don't know. No, I've never played a summer. Nope. I don't like minion builds. I think they are ass.
Your way has no
I only play supporting fire. It's the only. I've only played supporting fire, really.
die already.
I genuinely do not play minion builds.
No escape.
Yeah, when I played supporting fire, when I get to late game, I don't really use the minions at all. By the time I'm in late game, I'm only pressing supporting fire, and it's doing all of the damage. So when I get to late game, it's not like I'm even paying attention to what the minions are doing, you know.
I call to you.
Yeah, type exclamation point Discord. There's like a lot of smart players in there. If you post in the Discord, maybe someone else can answer your question. Oh, I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying. Like, I get what you're saying. The count is wrong. Like, that definitely helps. Especially, like, with how I set up the new guide where you're trying to, like, prioritize, skeletal archers and actually use them for single target in the early game. Because when I played it the first times through, I was not playing the minion style. I was playing, like, strength stacking styles, which you can't really play on, like, solo self-found or whatever. But I agree with what you're saying. Like, being able to know your support or your archer count is very important. I don't know.
Sorry, I was
Like I said, I'm not the best person to answer that type of question because I don't actually know.
I will treasure it.
Sorry. I'll read what people say, and if maybe if there's a solution or a way around it or something, I'll add that to the guide. But I agree with what you're saying. Knowing how many minions up for aggro, etc., is very important. Yes. Do you know if this bow is one of the uniques that can be destroyed and yes, it is. We don't know if the mod can be that mod can be taken. We have no idea like that level of like we don't know that level of details, but we do know the bow can be extractable. Is extractable. We got confirmation for that today.
Take a look.
I'll post in the PoE 2 chat. There's like a below general. It's under PoE 2. It's called PoE 2-general. Ask a question there.
Battle back a bunch.
Hopefully one of them knows. I don't know how many minion mains types players we have. And yeah. If the regex would be added to the mobilytics. I probably won't be doing another video update for supporting Fire by launch. I'm probably locked in on the new build now.
Do my eyes again.
Look at where my health bar is. It's like floating over there or something. What is that green bar, health bar over there? Y'all see that? What the hell is this? What the fuck is this? What is that green bar? What is that? What is that? I've never seen this before. But it doesn't go down when my life goes down. Look, see I'm half and it's still full. So I don't think it's my life. What is this? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Hunt with the first ones, old man. You've earned it.
Hold up a moment. Foul beast! Straight to it then. The hunt begins. I'm not ready.
I mean, if you don't get good drops, you're like, you know, you're always going to be cucked on any build, so. From your experience, how many EXs of Chaos on League Start? I'm the worst person to ask that stuff. I don't pay attention to the economy at all. I play the economy, but I don't pay attention to it. On League Start, maybe 2 to 4? I don't know. But like every league, the economy is like, it's not like we've had a stable, normal economy, you know, once with like about massive balance changes to drop rates and like rarities and stuff. So I can't say for sure.
So this is where the clanless live. They're a farm.
I mean, I would chest Poe Ninja more than me. I don't pay attention to that shit, really. You know, I try and make as much divine as I can to buy the gear, but I wouldn't say I'm a economy player by any means, you know? I mean, honestly, the League Start doesn't feel very bad at all. Like, the muling fixed everything about the League Start. It just comes down to, can we buy the bow early on in the league? Which I think will be fine. I think we'll be fine.
Is that what's been eating our cattle? I need more time.
Would you use rear guard with a bow or just a rare? Well, like, for my setup, you're going to use rear guard for, like, a lot of it. But there are ways you optimize out of it in late game. But if you're playing Warbringer specifically, it's probably going to be the easiest way to just get 50% cap without, like, giga investment. Or 75% cap, so... But at some point, even, like, like, if you can get to use a rare quiver, you will, but I imagine most people are going to want to initially use rear guard. It's just going to it's how you maximize the value of the bow immediately in Act 3.
I need more time. One less danger to threaten our home.
Alright, finally getting passes that increase our damage. I don't know, Real Caged. That's my assumption, is if you get it late, you're gonna have to go back. But I have no clue.
How can I help? What would you like? Go. Well.
I don't. It's in my. This. So. Yes.
That's exactly what I do, Shaft. And like that's why I'm not concerned about league starting it. Because like when I league start Thorns, I literally just live search Crown of the Pale King, and everyone that gets listed on the marketplace, I whisper the person, hey, I have 2 Chaos Orbs, an Exalted Orb, and 4 Regals. I'll give you all of this for the helmet. And they'll either say yes or no. And eventually someone's going to say yes and take my offer. But yes. Oh, I died teleporting. Well. Cool news, by the way. It sounds like we're going to have Gazzy on the podcast.
That voice. What sinister shadow lurks here?
Oops, just sprint stun myself. I mean, yeah, yesterday was awful. You guys should take Thursday off? Nah. We want to talk about this game so much. We have yet to miss an episode a week since we started the podcast. Like, we enjoy it very much. Like, even during the worst of off seasons, we just like talking about this game, so... It's easier to take breaks playing the game than talking about it. Like, the podcast is like... Oh, I just might have killed myself. Yeah. Bad dodge roll directions. But yeah, the podcast is not work for us. Well, it's a work... Like, making the show notes sucks every week, but otherwise... And, like, getting the scheduling down to pain. It's hard wrangling guests. Dead. I'm dead. Dead. Alright, I gotta stop reading chat while clearing this area. Can't just dodge roll looking for the next thing. We need to clear through to it. Nope, this Thursday we have Lance. Launch week, don't know who the guest is yet. The week after launch is Palstron, apparently. Not 100% sure that's locked in yet with Rabbit. The week after that is looking like it'll be Gazzy, and then... I think the week after that is Fub. This is about your age, isn't he? 52? I have no idea how old they... I think Lance is pretty young. I'm pretty sure... Isn't he in his, like, late 20s? I'm pretty sure Lance is, like, 28. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I could be really wrong. I thought Lance was young. But maybe... I thought Lance was younger than me. But maybe he's not. Maybe that's Try that's 28. I mean, swingy build videos are obviously fun.
will best you.
I mean, it'll be a month into the league by the time Pub's on, so I'm sure we're going to talk about something he's broken in the economy for sure.
I need more time.
What are you laughing at, Bozo?
I must destroy this before it goes any further.
I mean, that's what Pub plays for, though, you know? He's after them currencies, so... And he's one of the best at it.
Thorn grip. I need more time. As they said through. Thorn grip. Marked for death. Thorn grip.
Not near enough damage for that right now.
Thorn grip. Embrace of growth. The Wildwood's power is mine.
Really, Rabid? That's funny. I've never seen that. I just wasted all my flasks. What is happening? Why am I losing all my flasks so fast? My life so fast. What was happening there? I was randomly just, like, losing so much life. I need to look at the VOD. Was I standing in something I couldn't see? Or my eyes just broken? What was randomly chunking me? I wasn't seeing anything under my feet, and then my life was randomly just getting spiked. Yeah, what happened there? Why was I taking damage there? Did I have a dark effigy up that was dotting me? I might have had the dark effigy up that was dotting me. I think that was what was happening. Because I didn't see anything damaging me or under my feet, but my life was just dropping. So there must have been a dark effigy in the corner. That was just putting that one stacking debuff on me.
I'm not ready. Thorn grip. You'll see. Thorn grip. And they said through. Thorn grip. The Wildwood's power is mine.
I don't know. I couldn't tell what was damaging me when I looked through it, but I didn't look through it. It looked like there was nothing underneath me, but I think it might have been the dark effigy totem.
I'm not ready. You'll see. I can't yet.
Which build causes the most poop buildup? I have no idea how to even answer that. There's an Exalted Orb here, but I can't afford it 'cause I'm 20 tribute short. That's some bullshit. Yeah, I'd say a meta build. Maybe Spell Totems. Maybe Spell Totems are the ultimate poop tier build this patch.
So, thank you.
How?
Yes?
Sorry. Please, take your time. Oh, I like this one.
That hooded fella. Take a look.
My man wants his poop.
Might make good scrap.
GGG, give the man his poop. Are you planning on using it? Yep, I'm still gonna use Ironbound. Does not change my plans. Does not change my plans personally. But we have suspected in the Thorns Discord for a while now. We've suspected that for a while now. Shouldn't impact league start. Shouldn't impact league start. Okay, unfortunately this needed to be a shorter stream today. Oh, I did see it, feeling sexy, yeah. I gotta end the stream here though, guys. We'll do a bigger stream tomorrow, hopefully earlier in the day. But we have like a little over 3 days until the patch, so getting pretty excited. Next few days we'll be polishing the league start and preparing the league start this. There will be at some point a video where like, this is my league start plans for this build. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there, guys. I will see y'all probably tomorrow. If I don't see y'all tomorrow, have a good league start. This Thursday, this is the podcast with Captain Lance. Spirit gear prices will be through the roof this year. I think both Spirit gear is going to be through the roof for both like the totem stuff and for the minion stuff. And minion gear specifically might be very expensive. That's like one of the big red flags, or the major red flags for supporting fire, is the cost on it. Is because like normally, like it wasn't even like it was super cheap before to do, because just minion scepters are always expensive, and now people are going to be fishing for spirit gear even more than they were before. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there, guys. I will see you guys on the next one.